They sold you a fantasy about a green electric future with clean cars and a new wave of high-tech paying jobs. But for thousands of people, that fantasy is turning into a living nightmare. While they were telling you to get ready for an EV revolution, Ford was quietly getting ready to kill the all-electric Lightning as we know it. And Volkswagen is shutting down car production at one of its famous factories. The bill for this EV dream has come due, and guess who's footing the bill? It's not the executives, it's not the politicians, it's a working man. This is the EV jobs bloodbath, and it's just getting started. Let's take a look at this video from Wyoming.
The Volkswagen is all set to close its Dresden vehicle manufacturing plant this week, and it marks the first time in the carmaker's 88-year-long history that it has shut a production facility in Germany. While the factory itself is relatively small, the decision carries an outsized significance. It offers a window into the mounting pressures facing both Germany's flagship manufacturer and also the country's broader industrial economy. The closure follows a restructuring agreement that was reached in 2024, and that has included large-scale job cuts. And experts say that the move reflects weakening demand in Europe, slowing electric vehicle adoption, and intensifying competition from Chinese automakers. There's also a broader sign that Chinese automakers have undercut European rivals on both cost and speed of innovation. For Volkswagen, once the unchallenged symbol of German industrial strength, the economics of domestic manufacturing have become increasingly difficult to justify. And Germany's broader economic environment has compounded these challenges. The high energy costs since the loss of cheap Russian gas have eroded the competitiveness of energy-intensive industries. Excessive regulation and complex approval.
And as the saying goes, all this happened because a group of our leaders came together and said, hey, we're going to try to revolutionize the way how people purchase cars, drive cars, and the way they try to enjoy themselves in all walks of life, especially here in the West. And like I said, everything starts at the top. It comes with leadership, it comes with vision, it comes with those who actually understand what it is to go out there and build something from scratch. Not just make a decision from the swipe of a pen and then everybody else loses their income. Let's get back into it.
Processes have slowed down investment decisions and factory upgrades. The strong labor protections, while socially valued, have limited operational flexibility at a time when global rivals are moving faster and restructuring more aggressively. External pressures have also added to the strain. Trade barriers and tariffs affecting access to the US market have squeezed margins, while softer demand in China has weakened the cash flows. At the same time, the company also faces the need to fund roughly 160 billion euros in investments over the course of the next 5 years to remain competitive in electrification and software-driven mobility. The Dresden plant, which produced fewer than 200,000 vehicles since 2002, had once been promoted as a showcase of German engineering. Its closure underscores as to how symbolic assets are no longer immune to economic realities. And experts say that Volkswagen's troubles are a sign that Germany's economic model is now under stress.
And all this boils down to the fact that they didn't have a short-term, medium-term, or long-term strategy in place when they announced this EV revolution. But we're going to talk more about the poster child of the EV revolution, the Ford F-150 Lightning. And as of late 2025, right now, that all-electric party is over. Ford confirmed that production of the current battery-only F-150 Lightning is done after the 2025 model year. The simple truth is the demand was never really there, and the initial hype and reservations didn't translate into the massive sales needed to justify the cost. And the cost is staggering. Ford is bleeding cash on this experiment. The company's Model E electric division is on track to lose between 5 billion and 5.5 billion in 2025, right after losing 5.1 billion in 2024. And those are catastrophic losses. You can't lose billions on one side of the house and expect the profitable gas-powered trucks to prop you up forever. Something had to give, and that something was the all-electric F-150 Lightning. Take a look at this.
Straight on to business news now. Brian Quinn is joining us. He's starting with a bit of a pullback across Western economies. This is in the green energy transition, in particular with regards to electric vehicles, Brian.
So we'll start in the U.S., Stuart, where auto giant Ford says it's taking a $19.5 billion write-down as it kills off several all-electric models. $8.5 billion of that hit directly related to the killing off of the company's next-gen EVs, including the all-electric pickup truck, the F-150 Lightning, that is set to become a hybrid. $6 billion tied to the scrapping of a joint EV battery venture with South Korea's SK On. Ford's commercial electric van project also abandoned. Weakening consumer demand and increasingly unfriendly policies from the Trump administration are behind the move. Sales of EV in the U.S. fell some 40% in November after a $7,500 consumer tax credit that had been in place for 15 years was allowed to expire.
But look at this. Ford lost $13 billion on EVs since 2023. And mind you, the US elections was in November 2024. So they have been losing money ever since. But when President Trump came in and instilled tariffs and removed those EV rebates, then things actually got accelerated.
Ford's announcement follows a similar one from General Motors back in October. GM taking its own $1.6 billion write-down as it scales back its own EV ambitions. Ford, meanwhile, has lost some $13 billion on EVs over the past 3 years, a far cry from the ambitions of the company's executive chair, Bill Ford, back in 2022. Take a listen. Here he was.
This truck is going to change everything. It has capabilities that nobody has ever seen. So even if you've been an F-150 owner for years, you've never experienced anything like Lightning. Lightning will change the way America works. People are going to love this truck.
It's not just the US, though, is it, Brian? Europe also getting set to water down its own electric vehicle ambitions.
It does, Stuart. The EU appears ready to scrap its landmark ban on the sale of new gasoline and diesel cars that was due to take effect in 2035. The European Commission is expected instead to roll out a new plan on Tuesday, one that would replace the 100%.
So what's Ford's next move? They're reassigning workers from the Rouge EV Center over to plants that build the profitable gas and hybrid F-150s. And they are literally taking people off the EV line, the supposed future, and putting them back to work on internal combustion engines. We predicted this. We knew this was going to happen. The next gen F-150 Lightning won't be pure electric. It will be what they call an EREV, an extended range electric vehicle. And don't let the acronym fool you. It's a hybrid that uses a gasoline engine as a generator. After all that noise about an electric revolution, their big solution is to put a gas engine back in the truck. Ford is taking a massive hit, up to the $19.5 billion in charges to rework its entire failed EV strategy. And if you think this is just a Ford problem, look at what's happening in Germany. We saw that clip earlier. Volkswagen announced they're ending production at its famous transparent factory in Dresden, where they built the electric ID.3. VW is trying to spin this, saying they'll turn it into a research hub. But let's call it what it is. A car factory is not going to be making cars anymore. Hundreds of employees are being moved as the assembly line goes dark. And this is all part of a huge cost-cutting plan as VW faces slowing EV demand and fierce competition. This isn't just trimming the fat. This is a full-blown retreat. So why is this guaranteed dream falling apart so fast? First, the average customer wasn't never fully on board. They see the high price tags, they worry about the range, especially for a truck that needs to do truck stuff like towing, and they know the charging infrastructure wasn't ready. Second, the money is changing. The growth rate for EV sales has slowed in the markets like North America. Here in North America, especially in the United States, those federal tax credits up to $7,500 are set to expire at the end of September 2025. And that government sugar high, as I called it, is wearing off. And now the real cost is hitting people. While EV sales growth is slowing down, another type of vehicle is quietly taking off, and that's hybrids. Car makers are openly pivoting back to them, basically admitting it's the tech people actually want to buy right now. We've been saying that for the last 5 years. And this brings me to what really matters. The people caught in the middle. The story was that this green transition would create a new generation of secure factory jobs. The reality is very different. It takes fewer people to build an electric car, and for every new job in a lab, another on the factory floor is on the chopping block. What we're seeing is a massive miscalculation. Automakers, pressured by politicians and Wall Street, went all in on a future the market wasn't ready for. They invested tens of thousands and promised a revolution, but forgot to check with the most important person, the customer. Now the bill is due. Ford is retreating. Volkswagen is closing a production line, and thousands of workers from Dearborn to Dresden are caught in the crossfire because of a dream that was sold to them. But they will be the ones to pay for it. We can't call this a transition. We have to call it a bloodbath. This is what happens when corporations and politicians chase headlines instead of reality. They overpromised, overinvested, and completely misread the people they were supposed to be serving. This isn't about being against electric cars. It's about being for the working people who are always the first to get hurt when those top-down plans go wrong. So what's your take? Is the EV revolution a bust or just a rough patch? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you think more people need to hear the real story, like this video, subscribe for more content, and let's cut through all the BS. They promised the next iPhone, and we got a BlackBerry with a busted battery. And it's just another hustle. Remember to grab a copy of my ebook, The Parts Manager Guide. I'm Partsman Pro, and I will see you in the next one.